folks. I thought I'd do a little intro to this video. About a year ago, I was contacted by a fella who had seen videos that I did a couple of years ago in the Shawnee National Forest. He told me in so many words that he was inspired by them and wanted to start his own channel, pretty much dedicated to the Shawnee National Forest. Well, a year later, his channel's outgrowing mine. Am I jealous? Maybe a little, but you get what you put into it. And he's put a lot into it. He's not just about the YouTube channel. He's got a lot of other big ideas, good ideas that's going to benefit his community, Southern Illinois, and the Shawnee National Forest in particular. He is basically a local to Southern Illinois. He lives between the east and the west sides of the forest, and basically made it a lifelong study of its terrain and its history, and it goes real deep with him. He really passionately pursues this. His name is Shawn Gosman, and recently went out on a several-day hike with him, and during that period of time I did this interview, and I hope you enjoy it. Introducing Shawn Gosman from Hiking with Shawn. All right, folks, this is the guy that I've been palling around down here for the eclipse down in the Shawnee National Forest. This gentleman's name, if you don't know him already, is Shawn Gosman, and he runs the Hiking with Shawn channel on YouTube, man. It's been great hanging with you, bro.
Okay,
yeah. When I heard about the eclipse, I was tracking through here. The first thing I did is think I got to go there. I'm contacting Shawn. So we've been talking and stuff, off and on for the past, a couple of years maybe. But yeah, so we said, hey, let's get together and do this. And so here we are, man. Yeah, it's really great. So, Shawn, you were born and raised in Southern Illinois?
Yep.
Okay.
I was born at Carbondale, which is the Eclipse capital right now, and lived in a little town called Hearst all my life. Teeny tiny little town. All the locals know where it is, but all the non-locals, it's just like it's like a crop circle. It's a little town in the middle of a bunch of crop fields, woodland area, and river.
So you've basically been in and among the Shawnee National Forest all your life.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. When did you decide to do your YouTube channel?
I decided to do that a year ago. Coming up, it'll be a year in November, and either maybe September, October, November. I'm not too sure, but it's been almost a year. It's really grown, man. It's grown really quick. I didn't realize it's not that old.
Yeah. But yeah.
And what I'd do is I'd get on YouTube. I've always been on YouTube since it started as a viewer, and I was on YouTube before as a creator, but I really didn't know much about YouTube or the creative videography.
Mm-hmm.
All my videos were just bam. I never cut anything out, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd shake, and I'd be putting the camera down. You'd see my knee for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept thinking, man, I want to make a YouTube channel because you can just express yourself,
right?
And connect with others.
That's what I like.
And I started getting on there and trying to decide what I was going to make the channel about. And at that time, I was really into hiking and like mountain biking and stuff. And I started seeing, I thought, you know what, I'm going to search for Shawnee National Forest videos. And that's how I got on and found you, found Sloan's Wilderness Adventures, Whatnot, 987, quite a few others, Shawnee Hills Outdoors. And I thought, I really want to make a channel just dedicated to Southern Illinois, to Shawnee National Forest, and all our state parks and whatnot.
Yeah, and since you started, there's been a whole bunch of other stuff that started up, know, and because like when I first came out here, I made that video series partly because I couldn't find any information. It was very hard for me to get some stuff. The stuff that I found was old, or didn't have or was well shot, but didn't have much information on it. And so I'm really glad that you found what I did. It's really neat to watch you grow. Of course, you approach it a lot more seriously than I do.
I really want to promote the forest.
Yeah.
help Southern Illinois.
Yeah.
This is my home.
Yeah, folks, and he's somewhat of a personality in the community. I mean, he gets recognized a lot by Forest Service employees and stuff like that. There was a sign on the trail here earlier today, and I showed it to you in the video. It was busted at one point, and who'd you talk to?
I actually just made a video of it, and I said, forestry, if you're watching, here's you something to replace. And an intern, a trail intern with forestry got on, subscribed to my channel, and then commented and say, we just want to let you know we're going to take care of that right away. And they did. They put a brand new sign up, and that just...
Yeah, we found that today.
I helped them, and they helped others, you know, and that's kind of what I want my channel to be about, you know, helping promote the Shawnee National Forest, all of our state parks, and why Southern Illinois is just a hot spot for hiking and outdoor recreation.
Yeah, it really is. It's a really unique area. There's a lot in it, and what's cool is you live like smack dab between the eastern part, which is what do they call that area?
East is Hidden Springs Ranger District,
and
west is Mississippi Bluffs.
Yeah, so you're Mississippi Bluffs, and yeah, you live right between them, and geez, access is great.
Yeah,
you know,
it's not that far of a drive for me.
Right.
That's why I can pretty much visit any forest site on days I'm off, even days I'm working if I get up early enough, and enjoy it and not have to think, you know, oh, it's going to take a ton of gas or I'm going to have to sleep, you know, at a hotel. It's right out my back door.
So, Bill, how do you feel about it? How do you think your mission is succeeding, or how do you think it's affecting things?
I think the whole strategy of my channel has really went the way I wanted, plus and then some. I got one fan who her son is kind of disabled, so she's not able to get out much, and I found a couple of cool trails that are wheelchair accessible, and her son's in a wheelchair, and she's always hiked when she was a kid at the Shawnee and whatnot, but she had no ideas about these trails that were accessible to get her disabled child out there so he can enjoy the forest. And she really loved them, and she's like, I would have never knew these existed without your video. And then people on Facebook from the U.S. or the Shawnee National Forest group, there's a lot of them that every time I promote a video on there, they instantly share it. They instantly say, I love your videos, keep them coming. And Giant City park manager recognized me. She was excited that I was out there when I did an overnight at Red Cedar. And she even told me about a secret waterfall that I did not videotape because we kind of
want to keep it secret.
Yeah.
Attaboy.
Yeah. She didn't have to do that, but she did, and I found it, and it was cool. It was unique. Yeah. So I do feel like I'm completing my mission.
All right. Blondes or brunettes?
I'd say brunette.
I agree. Yeah.
That way, if I get in the shower, really don't know whose hair that is on the bottom.
What's your background professionally? Have you been involved with the forest at all professionally? I understand you do some stuff in the community. What's besides promoting the forest and whatnot?
Yeah, I've never been professionally involved in the forest as a job. That's something I'm open to in the future. I did security for many years, security management. Right now I'm working manufacturing, but I've also done a lot of volunteer work for the community. I was the assistant fire chief at the village of Bush, which is right next to Hearst. I was also first responder. I'm a certified first responder. I was going to take EMT courses and become a EMT and eventually a paramedic for Hearst Fire Department, but I worked second shift and I just...
That's a part-time position? The other one's a part-time position, or something you got to be on call for? Or
No, it's volunteer.
Oh, it's volunteer.
Yeah,
okay.
I've always completely volunteered. No pay. But they pay for it. They pay for all the classes. And if you go advanced to paramedic, that's what they really want and need. and they'll get a grant from FEMA.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also involved in emergency management. I've been a storm spotter since I was a young teen. I own the largest storm spotting forum on the internet. It is the largest.
What's it called?
Skywarnforum.com. Okay. There's about nearly 10,000 members, and I think we hit about 350,000 posts.
Okay.
And my education is in... Here's my education. So when I first started going to college, I've been in college. I've just graduated, but I was in for 7 years.
Mm-hmm. 7 years. Took you 7 years to get your master's, right?
Yeah, I'm a double master.
Okay.
So my bachelor concentrates in criminal justice. Then I got a master's degree in Homeland Security, and that concentrates in emergency management and public health, specifically in rural aspects, which is my subject matter expertise, where I respond to disasters, pandemics, acts of terrorism, and whatnot in rural and remote locations,
mm-hmm.
which I feel need the most help.
What would you say is the most likely disaster situation in this area?
In this area, mostly, if we have big winter can cause a lot of problems, but we get a lot of tornadoes, microburst, derechos,
mm-hmm.
flooding, drought. That's our biggest. Now, we are in between Wabash Valley seismic zone and the New Madrick fault line. And if the New Madrick ever happened,
yeah,
it may not directly, the epicenter wouldn't be really near us or the path,
mm-hmm.
but we have so much underground mining operations that they'd probably collapse.
Hmm. Okay.
And then I have an MBA. But now I'm thinking about going back.
Yeah, what do you want to do?
Getting a degree. It's a bachelor's of geoscience and natural resources and conservation.
Okay. Yeah, there's been some talk today about becoming a field guide or a hiking guide here in the forest, which would be cool.
Yeah,
cool thing to probably explore.
I'm gonna have to look into that more.
Yeah.
I'd love to be able to take people out and as a job and take them camping and show them around. And,
I still can't believe it. This is the first time you've camped out in the Shawnee.
Yeah, I've only dispersed
with someone else. Yeah, by yourself.
Red Cedar.
Okay.
And Giant City State Park, and more or less, it's like part of the Shawnee, but it's state managed. And where I was is very wide. It was very wilderness-like.
This guy knows so much about this area and the history and the lands and how they're managed and rules and regulations and stuff like that. I mean, like the first time I came to the Shawnee National Forest, using the official websites, which I have problems with and stuff, and trying to get information. I mean, I finally got information, but I found it kind of difficult. And it's been such a relief, having such a competent guide as you, Shawn, on this. So yeah, very, 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 very thankful. I think we've met a lot of people on the trail the last couple of days, and
people from all over.
Yeah, promoting himself, mostly the Shawnee. Could have done better promoting himself, but
I've given quite a few business cards out.
So you live in Illinois, right? And born and raised and stuff like. Are you a Southerner or are you a Northerner?
I am officially Illinois. We're Northerners, but Southern Illinois was founded by Southerners, which is why I have an accent.
And most people local around here sort of do.
Yeah, I consider myself more of a Southerner, just because we accommodate a Southern lifestyle. In Southern Illinois, we're a lot more friendlier. Everything you'd see in the South, it's happening here in Southern Illinois. It's completely different once you get past Springfield. It's a whole different world.
It gets more and more like Chicago as you go north of Springfield.
Yeah, and I have nothing against Northern Illinoisans or people up north, but Southern hospitality and Southern home cooking and just outdoor love, is down here. If they cut this state in half, the laws and everything would be so much different in Southern Illinois as they are in Northern Illinois, just because of our culture.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Bigfoot, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see, what else?
I do have big feet.
Okay.
Maybe I should take the fox molder approach to Bigfoot and stuff like that.
Okay, well, I guess that pretty much covers it. Is anybody anything you want to tell people watching this?
Well, in the future, I'm actually currently working on a website, and it's called Bluffage. It's bluffage.com. There's nothing there you can really do right now, but my plans is to make it a social network for outdoorsy people.
Okay, and yeah, you already have the SI Hike.
Yeah.
What's that URL? That's a forum.
SIHike.com.
That's a forum type of format.
Southern Illinois hiking.
Okay.
And outdoors, and anyone who's local or non-local is welcome.
All right.
And I do have a lot of plans with the YouTube. I'm going to start doing more giveaways, gear reviews. I'm really going to try to spruce things up a little bit.
Cool. All right. All right, Shawn. Thanks a lot, man.
Yep.
Great.